think YouTube hasn't notified you yet. So I'll just wait for more people to come. Precious like a drink. I can't sing pala kasi it will be copyrighted. Kumusta po kayo? Today is January 14 and the IATF just announced less than an hour ago the new protocols, new green list, new red list po, and you will be shocked kasi more countries are added on red list. Yes, there are good news, but I think there are more bad news. If you can hear me clearly po, can you please let me know? Ay, haggard ko naman. Sorry guys, hindi na ako nakapag-ayos. Okay, I think we're here now. I think we're ready to start. Let's start our live. Now, this is just very quick live, guys. I just wanted to let you know agad-agad. So, welcome. The major changes. Stricter testing po. So, di ba, right now is 72 hours RT-PCR. But starting January 20, it's no longer 72 hours. But instead, let me show you. The negative pre-departure RT-PCR test taken 72 hours will be honored only until January 19, 2022 po. Meaning, starting January 20, all passengers must show na po a negative RT-PCR test result taken 48 hours within departure. So, it's no longer 72, 48 hours na po. And don't worry if your flight po is tomorrow, Terry. Don't worry po. This will be effective starting January 19. So kung flight niyo po tomorrow or the next day, okay pa po yan. This 48 hours will be effective January 20 pa po. January 20. Okay? We have how many days? 5 days to prepare pa po. Again, yung 48 hours test result RT-PCR 48 hours will be effective po January 20. Okay? If your flight is tomorrow, you're still good po. Okay din yung 72-19. So that's the first major change. 48 hours RT-PCR starting January 20. And this is the updated red list countries. So let's start. Antigua and Barbuda, Curacao, Malta, Puerto Rico, US territory. Spain is still on red list po. Aruba, French, nakalimutan ko pag-pronounce, Guinea. Next is Mayotte. Sorry, I forgot how to pronounce, guys. Next is Saudi Arabia, US Virgin Islands. Canada, yes, Canada is on red list. Iceland, Mozambique, and Somalia. This is the complete red list countries. I want to emphasize po, yes po, Saudi Arabia and Canada is on red list starting January 16. Yes po, I am very shocked as well. Bakit nasali yung Saudi? We know that their cases also increase, pero hindi naman talagang grabe yung increase. Yung cases nila nasa 5,000 pa rin. Other countries have more. I'm really so shocked. Yes po, Canada is on red list. I was also very shocked. I think other countries have more cases than them. But don't worry, balikbayans or foreigners watching this from Canada or other red list countries, you will still be able to enter. Just finish this live po. I'll give you more details. So again, these are the red list countries po. Spain is still on red list. Saudi Arabia po. And Canada, Iceland, yan, major countries. Opo, kaya nga po. I was also moving forward, these are the green list countries and we have a very good news for green list countries. But let's read lang yung mga green list countries. Bangladesh, British Virgin Islands, Djibouti, Gambia, Hong Kong. Uy, Japan, balik na sa green list. Municipality of the Netherlands, Sierra Leone, East Timor, Benin, China, Equatorial Guinea, Ghana, India. Wow, balik na po sa green list ang India. Kosovo, Morocco, Pakistan, St. Barthélemy, St. Eustatius, Uganda, Bhutan, Ivory Coast, Falkland Islands, Guinea, Indonesia, Kyrgyzstan, Niger, Paraguay, Senegal, at Taiwan. These are green list countries. And if you are fully vaccinated, there is a very good news for you if you're coming from green list. USA is on yellow list po. So countries that were not mentioned are automatically yellow list. So USA po is still on yellow list. Canada again po is on red list. Canada is on red list. Saudi Arabia, red list. Kaya nga po, yes po, 48 hours na. Let's keep green list countries. So I prepared this graph for easier understanding. So starting January 20, we will have to show 48 hours RT-PCR. And very, very, very good news. If you are fully vaccinated po from green list, no more hotel quarantine. Yes. If you're coming from green list po, upon arrival, they shall no longer be required to observe mandatory facility-based quarantine. Yes. Fully vaccinated travelers from green list countries starting January 16 will go straight home. Wala na pong hotel quarantine if you are from green list country and fully vaccinated. What can we say? Sana all. Yan po. While for the unvaccinated or partially vaccinated from green list country, 5-day testing, and you need to book for if you're non-OFW 5 nights. Yes po, the good news is for green list travelers who are fully vaccinated, no more hotel quarantine for them starting January 16. Sana all. And the recommendation is self-monitor lang if fully vaccinated until 7th day, if unvaccinated or partially vaccinated until the 14th day. Before we proceed, sana all green list. I know majority of my viewers are from the US. You guys are yellow list. Australia, thankfully, I was worried that we will be on red list. Thankfully, Australia is still on yellow list. The bad news more is for Canada and Saudi Arabia. But don't worry, if you are from red list, you can still enter the Philippines. Listen up, let's continue with the announcement po. I know, Brazil, why is Saudi on red list? I was also very shocked. But let's continue po. Let's continue. How about yellow list countries? What is the protocol for yellow list countries? Let's read. For yellow list countries, starting January 20, 48 hours RT-PCR. Okay? And then for fully vaccinated, it's still the same. Swab day, 5th day pa rin po, and we need to book in the hotel if we are non-OFW 5 nights. Pero this is also good news. Our home quarantine is only until the 7th day. So, mga 1 day na lang po yung home quarantine natin sa province or sa final destination. While if you're unvaccinated from yellow list, 7th day testing and 7 nights booking in the hotel. And your home quarantine is still until 14th day. So, no change for the unvaccinated from yellow list. So, ganun pa rin po ang protocol for yellow list. Ang good news lang is ito. 1 day na lang yung home quarantine ninyo. Kasi you will be doing the 6 days na sa hotel. So, 1 day na lang pagdating sa bahay yung home quarantine. Okay? Again po, I know majority of my travel watchers are from US. Yellow list po tayo. Alright? I think this is clear. Let's move forward. I want to emphasize as well, according to IATF announcement, once with a negative result na, they may be released from the hotel. So, negative test result lang po talaga yung kailangan hintayin. Nakalagay na po dito. Once negative result is ready, release na. Completion na lang ng home quarantine. Okay. Is it clear po? Yes, Sylvia, Canada is on red list. But don't be sad. I mean, it's sad, but listen up. This is the good news. For red list, no more travel restriction for red list po. Again po, everyone, as long as Filipinos, balikbayans, and foreigners with visa, even if you're coming from red list, you can now enter the Philippines because the inbound international travel of all persons coming from or who have been to red list 14 days prior to arrival shall be allowed. Yes. So regular commercial flight, even if galing po kayo sa red list, will be allowed. Foreigners from Canada who are worried because they are on red list, you don't worry, you can enter the Philippines. Okay? But the protocol is this. Protocol is this. If you are from red list, also you need to show 48 hours RT-PCR within departure. So magpapatest po kayo 2 days bago ang flight o pwede din 1 day bago ang flight as long as you have the result upon check-in. So for fully vaccinated from red list, 7th-day testing, 7th-day testing, and then you need to have po 7 nights booking in the hotel. Let's read it para walang mali. Upon arrival, they shall undergo facility-based quarantine taken on the 7th day if fully vaccinated, and then completion of home quarantine until the 14th day. While for the unvaccinated or partially vaccinated from red list, the same thing, 7th day testing, but you will have to stay in the hotel until the 10th day. Even if that your result is already out and it's negative, if you're unvaccinated or partially vaccinated from red list, you still need to finish 10 days quarantine. So for non-OFWs from red list, you need to book 9 nights. So for travelers from Canada who are unvaccinated, you need to book non-OFWs 9 nights. And then home quarantine until the 14th day. UAE po. Yes po, UAE is yellow list. It's no longer green list. My reaction on red list protocol. Why is it that fully vaccinated and unvaccinated have the same protocol? I don't really find that fair. That's very unfair. Why is it na pag red list, fully vaccinated at unvaccinated, same yung protocol? IATF? It's not fair. For those asking, how about tourists? We have no news for tourists. Foreign tourists is still not allowed and there is no date that's given on the reopening. Close pa din po ang Philippines. Sweden is a yellow list country. I know, Rich. It's very unfair. Ilang days na po. Paano po yung uuwi ng January 15 galing green list? Yung old list po, yun pa din po. The new list will take effect January 16. So for example, you are from UAE. UAE is a green list country, January 1 until January 15. So yun pa rin yung protocol na ifa-follow nyo. These new protocols will take effect January 16. So for example, UAE, fully vaccinated, nag-arrive ka January 14, mag-quarantine pa din. Kasi this new protocol will take effect January 16 pa po. How about Singapore? Singapore po is yellow list. This new testing po na 48 hours na RT-PCR will take effect January 20. So if your flight po is tomorrow, o sa Lunes, o sa Martes, don't worry po. Yung 72 hours pa rin ang requirement. How about Qatar? Qatar is yellow list po. T is asking, mabago pa po kaya yan by March? Yes! You already know, guys, they always change the protocol. So we don't know what the protocol will be in March. Pwedeng magbago pa po. Pwede. How about USA? Yellow list. Croatia is yellow list. Let's keep going. Let's keep going, guys. Maya ko na mag-answer ng question. So yellow list po, fully vaccinated, ganun pa rin po. It's still the same. Pero yung home quarantine natin, 1 day na lang. 1 day na lang. Okay, let's continue. And because the isolation facilities of Bureau of Quarantine ay puno na, they're already full, the DOT recommended it was approved by the IATF that the quarantine hotels used as quarantine facilities to be likewise used as isolation facilities. So for non-OFWs who would like to stay in their hotel na nag-positive, yes, you can. You can stay in the same hotel. You can refuse BOQ to be transferred. If BOQ ask you, pwede ay na-transfer kayo and you want to stay in the same hotel, pwede na po yan because considered na sila as isolation facilities. Okay, moving forward, this is very big news. For foreign nationals watching this, including balikbayans, so balikbayans po, former Filipinos, considered po kayo as foreign nationals kasi foreign passport holder na po kayo. And this is a new requirement. Beginning February 16, 2022, proof of full vaccination shall be made a requirement for entry of all foreign nationals allowed to enter the Philippines. An individual shall be considered as having been fully vaccinated for COVID-19. It should be 2 weeks after your second shot or 2 weeks after if it's a single shot like J&J. Foreign nationals po, mga former Filipinos, kailangan na po fully vaccinated when entering the Philippines starting February 16. Exemptions are limited to passengers who are children below 18, people medically unable to receive the vaccine, as certified by a competent public health authority, and foreign diplomats and their qualified dependents, or 9E. Foreign nationals watching this, former Filipinos, balikbayans, foreign spouse, foreign children are exempted. Starting February 16, you need to, if there's any foreign national, Filipino, ma'am, hindi po ako fully vaccinated. Don't worry, you can still enter the Philippines. This restriction is only for mga AFAM lang po, foreign nationals. Javier, ma'am, pasok na po ba ang Saudi sa red list? Yes, unfortunately po, Saudi is on red list. And ang bad news pa guys, kahit pa fully vaccinated kayo, same lang yung protocol sa unvaccinated. How is that fair? It's ridiculous. I looked at the cases of these countries na nilagay sa red list. Itong Saudi, Canada. Yes, their cases increase. Pero 5,000, like sa Saudi, bakit? IATF. Bakit? Iba yung kutob ko dito eh. Parang ayaw nilang umuwi kayo eh. Parang ganun. Totally unfair. Anyone foreign national po, if you know balikbayan po, former Filipino na uuwi sa Philippines February 16 and beyond, yan, if they're still unvaccinated, go tell them to get vaccinated because foreign nationals starting February 16 need to be fully vaccinated. Please share that po for any foreign nationals or balikbayans family nyo. New Zealand is on yellow list. Miss Jen, ilang days po ba lalabas ang result after mo swab sa airport? Wala pong swab sa airport kung galing po kayo sa abroad. Ang swab po sa hotel po. Oman, Nairalim, good news. Oman po, ngayon po, January 16 to 31 is on green list. If you're fully vaccinated po, no more hotel quarantine. Sana all for green list. The 48-hour COVID test is unfair. What can I say? It's the rule po. I think the Philippines is just really becoming stricter because of the surge all over the world. Sweden or Denmark is on yellow list. Yellow list. How about po may layover po ako sa red list country? that's okay. Hindi po kayo madadamay sa mas mataas na quarantine. If it's only a layover, if you're coming from Saudi, you have a layover in UAE, are you considered green list? No. Your original country is what is counted. Hindi po yung layover country. Iran, flight namin sa 19, but dahil sa stopover, 21 na po kami makakarating. Naku po. Kung ganun po, you have to comply with the 48 hours requirement. Kasi po, lampas na po kayo. Kasi starting January 20, dapat 48 hours na po yung ipapakita nating RT-PCR. So, magpapa-test po kayo 2 days or 1 day bago ang flight. Yes, Canada is on red list, Mark. I don't think any politician will ace these things up because they're merely listening from the DOH. There is no new information for international tourist 777. If you're a Filipino, unvaccinated or not, you can enter the Philippines. No problem. But for foreign passport holders, foreign nationals, you need to be fully vaccinated starting February 16. Otherwise, you cannot enter the Philippines. The exemption is only for children who are under 18 and those who are medically unable to get vaccinated. They need to bring proof. And diplomats and their dependents. If you're a 9A visa holder, you are medically fit to get vaccinated, then you should go get it. Philip, what about Filipino but US citizen? If you're traveling starting February 16, kailangan fully vaccinated para makapasok sa Philippines. If foreign passport holder ka. The draw. Nasa Cebu, Miss Jen, may swab po pagdating sa airport. Yes po, talagang may swab po sa Cebu. Kakauwi ko lang po nung 11, pinaswab po kami. Pero ang tanong, nasaan na ang result? If you arrive po in Cebu, di ba, there will be testing at the airport. It will not be given to you. They will not give it to you. Pag nag-positive, they will contact you. Pero pag negative, wala lang. They will not give the result to you. I don't understand din. I think Cebu Airport should remove the test upon arrival at the airport because travelers ay na-test na. Na-test na yan. For me, it is redundant to test people upon arrival at the airport and then testing again in the quarantine hotel. Yeah, I feel like this is a waste of the resources. Those tests should just be used for people in the Philippines. That's my opinion. Japan, yes, good news po. Miss Lamb, Japan is on green list na po starting January 16. I will show you again the list. Nasaan yung list ko? Pakita ko ulit yung green list country. Japan is green list. If you're fully vaccinated from green list starting January 16, no more hotel quarantine. Shena oil. JM, your flight is on the 23rd. When should I get my RT-PCR? 2 days po before your flight or safe 1 day before your flight. Make sure po na lumabas na yung result before your check-in. India has 100,000 cases per day. Green list country, Saudi, 5,000 cases per day. Red list. I know, right? What a joke, Edgar. You have a point, Edgar. It's totally crazy. No, you know, guys, just my opinion. Yung paglagay ng red list sa Saudi, parang iba eh. May ibang there's a different reason behind that. Feeling ko, guys. Kasi kami nga sa Australia, mas madami pa yung cases namin. Umaabot na kami ng 70,000, 50,000 daily. Maliit lang din yung population namin. Yellow list pa din kami. May iba yan. May iba. May ibang rason. How about US? It's yellow list. So let me show you again the protocol of yellow list. Yellow list. I know majority of you guys are from yellow list country. Ito po yung protocol natin. No change. Maliit lang yung change. Good news lang is that if you're fully vaccinated, 1 day na lang yung home quarantine natin. Ganun lang, guys. Yes, Gabriel, I already know that. Same-sex marriage po can enter. But they will not be given balikbayan privilege. They are given a temporary stay of 30 days. I will share the memo of the Bureau of Immigration in my community tab for reference. When is this effective? This is effective January 16. But this 48 hours requirement po, effective January 20. Irene, sis, true po ba na kailangan ng mga asawa namin ng visa to enter the Philippines kahit magkasama po kami? That's not true. As long as you are together with your foreign spouse, you travel together to the Philippines, and non-visa required nationality po yung asawa natin, hindi po kailangan ng visa. Marriage certificate lang po. At saka ikaw po na Filipino spouse. Visa free po. Cambodia is on yellow list. Ano ba yan? Mangkulas, hinahanapan na ng OEC. Anong airline po yan? Dapat yung visa po, enough na po yan na proof na OFW kayo. Sana po, anong airline po yan? Itugon nyo po yan sa government po. Para po ma-remind nila yung airlines na hindi kailangan itong OEC. Kasi even nga yung undocumented, libre nga. Sa Twitter po, si Sir Hans Kakdak po, very updated po siya. Doon nyo po, i-tweet nyo po siya. Mas marami po ang mag-tweet sa kanya, mas mapapansin niya po. Ireklamo nyo po yan. Mas maraming magreklamo, mas papansinin po. Canada should be on yellow list, but unfortunately, it's on red list. But you can still enter the Philippines, but you will undergo a very long quarantine. Here, if you're from red list, 7th day. Yeah, there is a difference sa red list, pero I still find it unfair. Bali, 10 days po yung quarantine ng unvaccinated, while the fully vaccinated, mga 8 days po. So actually, may konting kamalian ako earlier. Hindi naman exactly the same, pero still, napaka-konti ng difference, no? Pag unvaccinated at fully vaccinated. Like, we did the right thing and we're less likely to transmit the disease. Pero yung incentive ba, ang liit lang, like 2 days na difference. Ano ba yan? Olive Jackson, how about magstay muna ako sa green list country para pag uwi ko ng Pinas, di na ako mag-quarantine? How long should I stay sa green list? Naku po, kung magsistay po kayo sa green list, 14 days po para ma-count na green list. 14 days po para ma-count na green list. And UAE po, if anyone watching, marami din na yung viewers sa UAE. Ang UAE po, yellow list na po siya. Hindi na po siya green list. Ano pa ba yung news? Balikan ko yung presentation natin. China is on green list. Very consistent. And if you're from green list and you're fully vaccinated, no more hotel quarantine. Jordan po is yellow list. So, kung fully vaccinated po tayo, 5th day swabbing. Pakita daw ulit ng red list. Sige po, pakita ko po ulit ng red list. Ito po yung red list natin. Antigua and Bermuda, Curacao, Malta, Puerto Rico, US territory, Spain, Aruba, French, kalimutan ko talaga pag-pronounce nito ba, Guiana, Mayotte, Saudi Arabia, US Virgin Islands, Canada, Iceland, Mozambique, and Somalia. This is the red list countries. Hello Amira, watching from Dubai. Dubai po is yellow list na starting January 16. Ilang nights po kailangan i-book? If you are from red list po, if you're from yellow list muna. If yellow list po tayo, non-OFW, we must book 5 nights. Kung unvaccinated, 7 nights. Kung galing po tayo red list, for example, Canada, if we are fully vaccinated, we must book 7 nights. Kung unvaccinated po tayo, 9 nights. Do you guys have any more questions? Comment nyo lang po. Yes, I know po. Like, Canada, Saudi, kahit pa fully vaccinated kayo, yung quarantine nyo talagang aabot na talaga ng mga 8 days kung fully vaccinated. Oman is green list. Sana all. How about Kuwait? Tingnan natin. Yung Kuwait po ay yellow list po. Yellow list ang Kuwait. Taiwan is green list. Australia, yellow list po. While those who are already in quarantine, yung mga nasa hotel, walang effect. Walang effect. Kasi po, itong new protocols po, hindi na po mag-e-effect sa mga dulad. Bahrain is yellow list. Yes, ang bilis ng UAE na yellow list. Totoo po. If galing po tayo sa US, for yellow list country po, if fully vaccinated, non-OFWs, 6 days quarantine. Pag unvaccinated, 8 days quarantine. I always add 1 day guys, kasi yung result, i-release next day pa. I just got in. My wife and I are flying to Manila from San Francisco. Can you please repeat the requirements to board? Okay. So if your flight po is after January 20, first you need 48 hours RT-PCR test result. 48 hours. Starting January 20. Next is, kung non-OFW, hotel booking. Next is, 1 health pass. And then, if you're fully vaccinated, vaccination card or certificate. That's it. May idea si Olive. Okay na magstay sa green list kaysa mag-positive kayo sa quarantine. Well, that's another way to put it. Well, if you have a lot of money and a lot of time, why not? Pero again po, itong list po, nagbabago every 15 days. So, pwede kayong pumunta ng anong country ba ang open sa green list. Let's see. Hindi ko alam guys kung anong country dito ang open. I think there's an island in Indonesia na open. Not sure. Pero yeah, very limited lang. Unfortunately, UAE po, yellow list na po. Japan is balik na sa green list. Pakistan, balik na sa green list. Ma'am, pasok pa po ba kung galing sa red list? Yes po, pasok pa rin kahit galing sa red list. Wala na po yung restriction sa red list. Kahit po, even if you're a foreign national, pwede na. Regular commercial flight from red list will be allowed. You can enter the Philippines. So that is a good news. From Gabrielle, for same-sex marriage, can you avail a longer visa outside of the 30 days when my partner arrives in the Philippines? Yes. If you are a foreign national who is in the Philippines, you can apply for a tourist visa. Extend your stay. Yes, you can apply for a visa once you arrive here. The difficult part only is applying for the visa if you are outside the country. But if you are inside the Philippines, yes, you can apply for a visa, extend your stay. You're welcome, Olive. Paano po kung galing sa yellow list tapos mag-transit sa green list country? Wala na quarantine? How we wish. Pero hindi po. Kung nag-transit lang kayo sa green list, hindi po yan counted. Yung counted, yung original country. So for example, I'm from the US, yellow list, but I have a transit in Japan, green list. Upon arrival in the Philippines, I will follow yellow list protocol. Okay? Next question is from EXO. Mag-o-open pa kaya ang borders ng Pinas? Mag-o-open pa yan, pero hindi natin alam kailan. We don't know when the Philippines will reopen. For now, there is no news. There is no date given. The biggest thing right now is starting February 16, all foreign nationals should be fully vaccinated to enter the Philippines. The exemptions are if you are under 18, if you are medically unable to get the vaccine, and if you are a 9E diplomat. That's it. If you are a regular foreign national, foreign passport holder, starting February 16, you need to be fully vaccinated to enter the Philippines. Mawawala pa po ba ang Canada sa red list? Of course, guys. This list is always changed. You already know that every 15 days. So there is a chance if Canada will have a decrease in cases na may yellow list siya. So this is not forever. You already know, 15 days pinabago yung protocol. Yes, hopefully nga sana home quarantine na lang for yellow list, but in an interview with the DOH yesterday, they are really opposed, guys. Ayaw nila ng home quarantine. Fatima, we have a valid tourist visa. Can we travel to the US this June? Why not? US is very open naman po, and hindi naman tayo nalagay sa kanilang banned countries. So I don't see any reason na hindi kayo makalabas ng bansa. Is Cuba belong? Ate Jen, kakagising ko lang from UAE flight ko, January 30. Green list pa rin ba, agay? May bad news ako, Hindi na po green list ang UAE. Yellow list na po ang UAE. So magka-quarantine ka po upon arrival sa Philippines, sa hotel po. Doha is yellow list. If galing po sa Pinas, yes po, Amira, 48 hours po na kailangan na starting January 20. I think this is all po. Sumasakit po yung lalamunan ko. Thank you for tuning in with me. I will share then the live of the IATF so you guys can see the announcement. This is all for right now po. I'll see you baby tonight. Write your reaction sa comment section. I'll see you po tonight. God bless.